Going at the rate of knots in a game where it's been wickets galore, and they are unscathed. Lovely work all round, and a day that's going according to plan for skipper Turnip. A 52nd career half-century, a third against South Africa, and here in a quest for the promised land.
Yeah, well played 50. Turnip in the fairly subdued celebration.
लाइव मैच देखने के लिए लिंक पे क्लिक करें। लिंक पहले कमेंट में पिन है। सब लोग लिंक पे क्लिक करें, नहीं तो स्क्रीन ऐसे ही रहेगी। लाइव मैच देखने के लिए लिंक पे क्लिक करें। लिंक पहले कमेंट में।
Aerial for some time, but it'll go for 4. The four-man Lytton Das has been in fine form for some time for Bangladesh and is in a partnership here that's fabulous for them as a side.
Yeah, he has been in fine form, Pommy. That one not quite off the middle of the bat, slight thick outside edge. But Centurion, Super Sport Park, one of the best places in the world to bat, isn't it? You just thick outside edge, get it in the gap, get some value for your strokes, don't you?
A ground you'll describe as one where it's difficult to chase, and yet at the start of proceedings today, both captains would have liked to bat.
सब लोग लिंक पे क्लिक करें, नहीं तो स्क्रीन ऐसे ही रहेगी। लाइव मैच देखने के लिए लिंक पे क्लिक करें। लिंक पहले कमेंट में पिन है। सब लोग लिंक पे क्लिक करें, नहीं तो स्क्रीन ऐसे ही रहेगी। लाइव मैच देखने के लिए लिंक पे क्लिक करें। लिंक पहले कमेंट में पिन है। सब लोग पहले कमेंट में पिन है।
The board, but you never know how many are enough here.
Yeah, absolutely. As we have another look of a Lytton Das.
लिंक पे क्लिक करें, नहीं तो
Super Sport Park, you look down at the surface. When it's a day and night game, man, it can look an absolute belter. It's white, it looks good, looks like it's going to come on. Looks like it's going to have space in it, but often here, it doesn't have that. $81 without loss. So, at times you feel like you want to have a look.
কিন্তু প্যানেলের গ্যারান্টি শুধুমাত্র কঙ্কা এলইডিটি দিচ্ছে প্যানেলের 4 বছরের গ্যারান্টি। বুঝতেই পারছেন কিভাবে স্মার্ট ডিসিশন কঙ্কা শান্তির মধ্যে সবটুকু প্রপঞ্চ রাস্তার সাথে স্ক্যানার করা নিলে আপনাকে যাচা করবে।
পরের সকল ম্যাচগুলোর লাইভ আপডেট পেতে আমাদের পেজটিকে ফলো করে রাখুন। পরের সকল ম্যাচগুলোর লাইভ আপডেট পেতে আমাদের পেজটিকে ফলো করে রাখুন। পরের সকল ম্যাচগুলোর লাইভ আপডেট পেতে আমাদের পেজটিকে ফলো করে
Yeah, with the way it's unfolded, 50 not out from 52 balls, Lytton Das 29 from 38, also doing a top job. Really was about how they started Bangladesh in this chase. And yeah, you might say a tricky one, but on here particularly. Shot, 4 runs. They continue to pick them off. Closer and closer they go.
He's been in full flow as Turnip in the last half an hour, 45 minutes. His shot selection has been impeccable and his timing has been even better.
It's in the air for some time, and Miller will haul it in. He's very quick across the ground. Really good use of the wrists there to open the blade and get into the gap. A drop kick of sorts.
Yeah, he seems as if he's full of confidence at the moment. He's picking the deliveries from Shamsi, knowing exactly which way it's going to spin.
And is in the mood. Rabada will hold that in. Yeah, and Ash, in continuing with the toss and whether to bat first here and whether to bat second, the captains have been confused in one-day internationals and kind of never really know which way to go. In day-night games, captains winning the toss have batted first 14 times. Yeah, just 65 more Bangladesh need. In the gap. Struck well enough to race away for 4. Tamim's decided he's not going to hang about. He's going to take this on.
Yeah, and it's all going for Bangladesh at the moment. In the last over 2, Turnip been wanting to put the foot down. This time again having a go at Dwayne Pretorius, not quite getting enough of the middle of the bat, catching height, but he finds the gap. It's all Bangladesh.
Got to say that in the couple of games where Bangladesh have been on top, they've totally outplayed South Africa, and here there's nothing to suggest at this point that anything is going to turn around. In fact, you're just wondering how quickly they'll get the 61 runs that remain, and they could race off to them, certainly if Tamim remains in. Because he's playing shots like this. Just wonderful. A crack off the bat as it races off for another boundary.
This is an absolute beauty from Turnip. The previous boundary through mid-wicket, a bit of an inside edge trying to force the pace. This time he doesn't try to force the pace, he just times it full face straight down the ground. Beats captain Bavuma. And also the 98 now for Bangladesh brings up the highest partnership, opening partnership for Bangladesh against South Africa.
Yeah, quite different to the way that they did it in game 1. It was 95 they put on then, and very much their method to look to try and ensure that they don't lose wickets up front, don't play too many shots. The two of them quite adept at playing shots, like to get on with it, but took on the responsibility in game 1 to try and see off the new ball and then set some sort of platform. Here with 154 on the board, as they stay together, you just felt just felt that the longer they did, well, the more they would play shots. And whilst Litton Dust hasn't really, it's just sort of nudged it away and got a few through the gap. Remain very controlled. It's Turnip Iqbal who's taken it on here and there. Into the 17th, it's 99 without loss.
Here's a look at the highlights of Turnip Iqbal's 50 so far. A little bit fortuitous with that first boundary, but since then it's been sublime. Touch, timing, aggression, all around the ground. And it just gets better and better. Bit of Brian Lara in that one around the corner. On this occasion, thumping it in front of the wicket. Captain Turnip Iqbal leading from the front.
Didn't quite get all of it. It'll still go to the fence. Miller coming in for the catch, doesn't carry to him, and he can't stop it either. The hundreds come up. Oh, he's a happy tiger today. Absolutely everything going their way. Just picks which one he wants.
Yeah, he's indicating that his partner, Litton Das, as well. How it's come out of the hand.
One of those days. South Africa. Abada gets there.
Just coming back to your point, for me, about, as we have another look at the boundary delivery a couple of balls ago from Turnip. Again, bat turning a little bit in the hand, not quite the timing. Muller makes good ground, but unfortunately punches it over the boundary. Just coming back to your point about the dominant performance in the first game and again in this match, but then South Africa, that one in the middle, also dominating. So it's been a strange old contest between these two.
Guess if you're Bangladesh, you kind of look to Wanderers' pitch, and there's a bit of bounce in that. You say didn't expect that, couldn't adjust to the conditions. But if you're South Africa, as the other side who's on the wrong end of results here, they've just been below par. I believe certainly lacked an intensity in game. Bangladesh rollicking along, and nothing here suggests that anyone or anything will stop them. It's time for a drink. Welcome back to Supersport Park with Turnip and Lytton Das are building on the work that's been done by the bowlers. First up, they bowled South Africa out for 154, and these two together have gone better than they did in game one. Put on 95 then, are 107 and unbeaten to this point, and well on their way to what would be and will be an emphatic and historic victory here, because it'll also be series clinching. All round the park. In the gap, touch, fine touch, and placement too from Lytton Das for 4.
Absolute touch of class from Lytton Das. Keshav Maharaj can only admire. Look how deep he gets in the crease. Great skill and touch.
Side search and search and search for ways to win in particularly foreign conditions when they have to go on tours overseas. Oh, shot. Oh, yes. That is a beauty from Lytton Das. One offside, now onside. Both about the use of the feet.
Absolutely, and when you're a young player and people talk about using your feet, so have a look at this. Just a little push forward and steps back, creates room. Again this time, late cut. Ngidi with a little fumble, and he gets another 2. I think it's a great point you're making, Pommy. As young players, often when you talk about use of the feet, people think about coming down the wicket. Here's another look at Lytton Das, how he gets back into the crease, creates more room for himself. The first one be able to cut it back with a point, and then this one pulling it through mid-wicket.
Dot to finish, 10 off. It's 117 without loss. Have the openers up at the top there.
लिंक पहले कमेंट में पिन है, सब लोग
পেতে আমাদের পেজটিকে ফলো করে রাখুন। পরের সকল
performing the role that's initially assigned to them. And especially I feel with Bangladesh, Tom, I feel, having been in the dressing room, it's a very emotional dressing room. And shot again from Tommy. Inside out, just the one to deep point. It's a very emotional dressing room, and so when things go well, it calms everyone down and gives them a great sense of belief. And when things start the way that it did the other day at the Wanderers, it's almost as if, we're up against it. And can we fix it? Yeah, one of those, seen this before. Absolutely. And if they can have situations where, like happened against Afghanistan, where many wickets fall and then they have a really good partnership, resurrect the innings and win, then instead of seeing this before, and generally when this happens we lose, they kind of feel that it's going one way, then the belief changes that, hold on, been in this situation before and can change it. Yeah, and the more of those types of reference points you can create,
the more
পরের
the team
সকল
can go
ম্যাচগুলোর
from those
লাইভ
experiences.
আপডেট পেতে আমাদের
And to speak
পেজটিকে
more
ফলো
generally
করে রাখুন
in
এবং
terms of
পিন কমেন্টে
squads
দেওয়া
and
গ্রুপে
teams
জয়েন
and
করুন।
touring various
পরের
countries
সকল ম্যাচগুলোর
to
লাইভ
win in
আপডেট
different
পেতে
countries,
আমাদের
import,
পেজটিকে
go
ফলো
to
করে
New
রাখুন
Zealand
এবং
and
পিন
win for the
কমেন্টে
first time,
দেওয়া
turn up in South Africa
গ্রুপে
and
জয়েন
get one
করুন।
win for the first time, and right at the beginning of a tour, so as you go along to each game, then there is even more belief within the setup as you tackle each game. And even though they didn't win the game and South Africa won convincingly at the Wanderers, a big plus for them would have been that they didn't get bundled out for 80 or 90. That they did have someone like Afif stand up in the middle in a couple of partnerships with Mamadullah, Riyadh, and then with Niraj, getting them to a total of close to 200. It's just turned around the corner all day. The talk's been what Bangladesh has done, because it's their men who've stood up. It's them who've been right on
দয়া
the money.
করে আমাদের পেজটিকে ফলো করে রাখুন এবং পিন কমেন্টে দেওয়া গ্রুপে জয়েন করুন। দয়া করে আমাদের পেজটিকে ফলো করে রাখুন এবং পিন কমেন্টে দেওয়া গ্রুপে জয়েন করুন।
1-2-4 for 9.
এই ইঞ্জিনিয়াররাই তো আমাদের সুপারহিরো। তাদের সাদা কাপড়কে প্রতিদিন উজ্জ্বল
দয়া করে আমাদের পেজটিকে ফলো করে রাখুন এবং পিন কমেন্টে দেওয়া গ্রুপে জয়েন করুন। দয়া করে আমাদের পেজটিকে ফলো করে রাখুন এবং পিন কমেন্টে দেওয়া গ্রুপে জয়েন করুন।
যে কোনো ক্ষতিকর জীবাণু থেকে সুরক্ষা পেতে ব্যবহার করুন সেপনিল ডিসইনফেক্টেন্ট স্প্রে। খেলাটা কি?
দেশের 1 নম্বর গুগল প্লে এখন গ্লুকোম্যাক্স।
দয়া করে আমাদের পেজটিকে ফলো করে রাখুন এবং পিন কমেন্টে দেওয়া গ্রুপে জয়েন করুন। দয়া করে আমাদের পেজটিকে ফলো করে রাখুন এবং পিন কমেন্টে দেওয়া গ্রুপে জয়েন করুন।
Yeah, and we've spoken about the toss, and we've spoken about the debate of whether to bat first, bat second. Hasn't been a good pitch to bat.
দয়া করে আমাদের পেজটিকে ফলো করে রাখুন এবং পিন কমেন্টে দেওয়া গ্রুপে জয়েন করুন। দয়া করে আমাদের পেজ
were able to play Anaman Malan with a few punches straight down the ground through extra cover off the back foot. You know, if you're able to play those strokes, it's not a 150 all-out type of pitch, and this is what the Bangladeshis have shown.
Yeah, and so often it's very difficult to put your finger on and kind of identify a lot. Back for a second. You might say it generally because at the end it looks pretty much a capitulation. But as we watched today, we wondered, oh, is that the right choice? Or were you got out there? Did you get yourself out? Did the situation require that? And the side that seems to have played very well, or had their players play well with regard to... Out! Just looking to open the face and get to a half century. Litton Das has popped one to cover.
Yeah, he's played beautifully, has Litton Das. He hangs his head in disappointment. But it's been an unbelievable partnership with Captain Turnip Iqbal. Litton Das here looking to loft it over extra cover, not quite getting the elevation. Bangladesh 127 for 1. Keshav Maharaj with the breakthrough. Litton Das has got to go for a well-played 48 of 57.
দিন এই নম্বরে